It's hard to stay disciplined when temptations are all around us. Discipline is key to reaching your goals, but it can be tough to stick to your guns when temptation is constantly knocking at your door. In this video, we'll show you 10 simple rules for unbreakable self-discipline, so you'll be able to reach your goals in no time. Welcome to Money Invest. From making your first dollar to retiring with millions, we've got you covered. Join the family if you're new. Hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you're always the first to see our new videos. Rule number 1, know your strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to self-discipline, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. For some of us, it's easy to stick to a rigid regime of diet and exercise. But then there are those of us who find it difficult to resist the siren call of a pint of ice cream or a Netflix marathon. The key to building self-discipline is knowing your own unique strengths and weaknesses. Once you understand what makes you tick, you can develop strategies for staying on track. For example, if you know that you're likely to give in to temptation if you keep junk food in the house, then it's important to make sure your cupboards are stocked with healthy snacks. Or if you find it difficult to stick to an exercise routine, try signing up for a class or working out with a friend. By understanding your triggers and vulnerabilities, you can set yourself up for success. So next time you're struggling to stay on track, take a moment to reflect on what's holding you back. With a little self-awareness, you can overcome any obstacle. Rule number 2, remove temptations. I can resist anything except temptation. Oscar Wilde. Like the saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. Although it may sound absurd, this saying offers invaluable advice. You may dramatically increase your self-control by simply eliminating the largest temptations from your surroundings. Throw the fast food away if you want to eat healthy. Want to consume less alcohol? Get rid of the alcohol. Turn off social media notifications, silent your phone, and organize your to-do list better if you want to increase your productivity at work. Set goals and execute them. The fewer distractions there are in your environment, the more focused you'll be on achieving your goals. Remove negative elements from your life to ensure success. Rule number 3, set clear goals and have an execution plan. Without a clear destination, it's easy to get sidetracked and lost along the way. The same is true when it comes to building self-discipline. Without a clear goal in mind, it can be all too easy to give up when the going gets tough. That's why it's important to set a clear goal for yourself and develop an execution plan for achieving it. By taking the time to map out your journey, you'll increase your chances of staying on track and reaching your destination. And while there may be some bumps along the way, don't forget that the journey itself is part of the discipline building process. Rule number 4, practice daily diligence. Anyone who has ever tried to form a new habit knows that it is not an easy task. It requires diligence and discipline to make a change in your daily routine, especially if it is something that you are not used to doing. However, the rewards of forming new habits are worth the effort. Not only will you see benefits in your physical health, but you will also find that you have more mental and emotional stamina. Furthermore, self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Rule number 5, prioritize your time. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to get caught up in the never-ending cycle of work. Eat, sleep, repeat. However, this way of living can lead to burnout and leave you feeling disconnected from your passions and goals. That's why it's important to prioritize your time and make sure you are making the most of every day. This doesn't mean that you need to schedule every minute of your day, but it does mean taking the time to identify what is important to you and making sure that you are spending your time accordingly. Rule number 6, get organized. Let's face it, getting organized is not always the most exciting task. In fact, it can often feel like a chore. However, taking the time to get your affairs in order can be hugely beneficial in terms of building self-discipline. After all, if you can't even keep your desk tidy, how are you supposed to stick to that diet or exercise regime? The good news is that there are some simple steps you can take to get yourself organized and on the path to self-discipline. First, make a list of everything you need to do. This will help you to identify priority tasks and give you a sense of accomplishment as you tick items off the list. Next, create a schedule or timetable and stick to it as much as possible. This will help to ensure that you allocate enough time for each task and avoid running out of steam halfway through the day. Finally, don't be afraid to delegate or outsource tasks that are taking up too much of your time or energy. Once you have a system in place, it will be much easier to stick to your goals and stay on track. Rule number 7, set boundaries. In order to maintain self-discipline, it is important to set boundaries. This means learning how to say no to things that are not in line with your goals or priorities. For instance, you might need to say no to a last-minute work project or a social event that you know will throw off your schedule. It is also important to set boundaries with yourself. This means giving yourself permission to rest and taking breaks when you need them. By setting boundaries, you are more likely to stick to your goals and stay on track. Rule number 8, reward yourself. One of the best ways to maintain self-discipline is to reward yourself for a job well done. This could involve treating yourself to a new book, taking a day off from work, or going out for a nice dinner. Whatever your reward is, make sure it is something that you will actually enjoy and look forward to. This will help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Rule number 9, change your perception about willpower. We talk about lacking willpower when we give in to temptation or when we fail to stick to our goals. We view willpower as a finite resource that gets depleted as we use it throughout the day, and all of this is totally wrong. Willpower isn't something that you either have or don't have. It's a muscle that can be built up over time with practice. Just like any other muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And although it may seem like willpower is in short supply sometimes, the truth is that everyone has plenty of it. It just takes a little bit of effort to tap into it. So if you're looking to build up your self-discipline, start by changing your perception of willpower. It's not some elusive quality that you're either born with or lacking. It's a muscle that you can strengthen with time and practice. And once you do that, you'll be amazed at what you're able to accomplish. Rule number 10, persevere. Last but not least, one of the most important rules for maintaining self-discipline is to persevere. This means never giving up on your goals and continuing to push yourself even when it feels tough. Remember that progress takes time and there will be setbacks along the way. But if you keep working hard and stay focused, you will eventually reach your goals. Thank you for watching Money Invest, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.